Hello everyone, I'm Claudia Lash and I'm a quilter and I have a quilt business and I love to make quilts. I love to meet quilters. I love everything about my business. It's called Presto Avenue Designs and I just make quilt patterns and teach classes and all things fun. It's very fun. At the end of June, or near the end of June, I stumbled and fell into a door frame or into a door and onto the floor, and unfortunately, I ended up breaking my upper arm under this nice white thing. This isn't a cast, it's a brace. But I fell and I broke this humerus bone. And luckily, I didn't hit my head, I didn't lose consciousness or any of that, but breaking that bone means that I am having to make some adjustments. And I thought I would spend a few minutes telling you about what's happened to me, because I think several people out there may have the same experience sometimes. A lot of us quilters are of an age where we're not going to be able to jump back from a broken bone or a fall or something like that. And so I thought, well, hey, maybe what I have found out and what I've learned through this experience might help somebody else. So I'll tell you a little bit about it and maybe something that I've learned so far. This has only been about a week and a half, I think, since it happened. And so I don't look very good. And I'm struggling with how to get used to that, but that's okay. I went to the hospital in the emergency room and they put on a different kind of brace on my arm, but my arm was going like this and up. And I had that for a few days. It was kind of painful, but I couldn't use my hand. My right hand is my good hand. I will show you my hand. Here's my hand. It's not too pretty right now. I'm hoping it will eventually go down in size, and I can use it a little bit, but not very much. So everything has to be done with my left hand, which isn't very good. And sometimes I have to get everything arranged so it doesn't hurt. Anyway, so where was I? I went back to the doctor last week after about 5-6 days, and they decided that break up here had shifted a little bit, so they wanted me to have this kind of a brace, which just allows your lower arm to dangle down. And so I'm doing pretty good with that. I have learned how to do a lot of the little things that are difficult for us to do. I still can't like wash my hair. I still can't, I can't write with because I'm right-handed. I can't write very well with my left hand. I can't type, but just like do a little typing. And of course I can't sew. And I am so disappointed about that. I had some great things, I had some fun things working, and I thought, oh, I can't wait until I can come into this room, my sewing room, and get busy on things. And the last time we talked to the doctor after they put this brace on, they're saying because of your age, and because when you're, I'm 74, I'm going to be 75 very soon, your bones don't heal as fast. I have a little bit of osteopenia. So they said instead of being 6 to 8 weeks recovery, which is what we heard maybe in the emergency room, now the recovery time is 8 to 12 weeks. And so that's a long time to go without coming into my sewing room and doing anything. I had made this right here, and this is the same. This is a previous pattern that I redid with a little bit of changes, and I am going to make a new pattern. I forget what I'm going to call it. Maybe I'll change it anyway. But it's sort of similar to the butterflies. I'm going to do the same idea as far as maybe instead of one big quilt, maybe 3 or 4 wall quilts. And so I have this one all sewn, and I even have another video somewhere about that, which I haven't put on. And then I had just high hopes of adding beads, these buttons, all sorts of other things to this, and then moving on with the next wall quilt. So I guess that's going to be a fall project. But I guess, I figure I will do the best that I can. It could have been a lot worse, definitely a lot worse. When I walk, I look like Tim Conway and the old man and all of the Carol Burnett shows. It's very, very slow, and I can walk with my arm now, which is something. They want my arm to hang, but it feels like kind of a heavy weight down there. And after a while, this is why I have this, to put some ice in there, and I have to kind of hold it when I need to move it. Anyway, I go back to the doctor in a few days, and then we'll see what happens next. I don't think there's a whole lot else. I have learned how to, my husband has been a big help. I forgot that part. Let me tell you all the wonders. I will, dear. If something like this happens to you, and you have someone at home with you, it's really necessary. So I am very lucky that he is here. He can help me. He can cook. He can, for a couple of nights, he helped me when I had to get up off of the couch to get into the bathroom, to just normal, everyday things. I can't do them right now. I am severely limited. So therefore, I had to cancel some quilt events. I am no longer going to the Wabash one-stop shop hop. But it should be a great show. And if you're near Wabash, Indiana, and you've heard about it, please go, because there's a lot of great vendors there. And it's I think, a very fun place to go for quilters. So I'm missing that. I had a couple of classes in August, which I don't think I can teach anybody how to do much sewing when I can't even hold a needle. So we'll see what happens after that, and I'll try to keep you informed if I learn any tricks or things that I can do as far as sewing, or I can show you things and just use my other hand, things that I've already done. But my YouTube channel may be not so much sewing right now. It may be how to live when you have something happen that affects you, and you just have to get through it. When I started Presto Avenue Designs, I decided, it's a fun thing. This is a fun business. And if it's not fun, I was going to stop. Well, it's still fun. And if I have to stop totally on the selling patterns, that may be. But as soon as I can get my hand working, I plan to get back in here to my favorite happy place, and I plan to get sewing and working on things. If you have any suggestions or ideas, please feel free to let me know. I will have a newsletter coming out in July 1st. And then, like I said, maybe I can show you some quilts previous to the fall that we might talk about. So I'm very hopeful it's all going to end up good, and my bone will be back to normal, and I will be sewing and happy and meeting my friends and quilters again. Thanks for watching. And one more thing. This morning, I really appreciate my husband, and I appreciate his sense of humor, and I think that helps you get through tough situations, because he's come up with some really funny things as we've gone through some of this together. This morning, he was helping me try to dry my hair and style it, and finally he said, "Oh, finally, after all those years of watching Project Runway, I know what to do for your hair." So I'm not going to let him help with the makeup, but he is keeping me laughing. I appreciate it.